If you know me, you know I want Gringotts, you know I'm excited for a LEGO Gringotts. I just want to be able to complete my Diagon Alley street with that really big white bank building, ideally as well with the dragon on the top, and just, you know, finish off the set that is so good and so beautiful. I want to complete it. And the reason I say this is because there is some exciting sort of, I guess, developments in the potential possibility of upcoming Gringotts, as there is some interesting buildings and models that have appeared in the brand new reopened Leicester Square store in London. Hey guys, it's Holly, and today I just really wanted to talk about like all of these LEGO Harry Potter models and displays that are in the Leicester Square store in London, because I personally find them really exciting. I just also in general think they're really cool to look at, and it's sort of got like, I guess, my like speculation and conspiracy theory cogs sort of turning in my head, and I really just want to share my excitement about all of this with you guys. Firstly, the brand new Leicester Square store in London has opened. I say brand new, it's really just like a brand new sort of remodeling thing, and there was a massive event that was sort of held there the other day. And you know, because it's the LEGO store, like it's one of the big flagship stores, I'm pretty sure it's actually the biggest in the world, that store. You know, like New York, we want to have stuff that I guess is relevant to the city. So in New York, we have Ghostbusters. In London, we have James Bond, and we have Harry Potter, which is perfectly on theme and makes me very, very excited. So thank you firstly to everyone who sent me photos of the Harry Potter models, because not only do they look incredible, I really want to talk about them. So Mark and Addicted to Bricks on Instagram sent me a ton of the photos as they were both there on opening day and took these beautiful photos of the Harry Potter Gringotts display that is there. There is also like a full Diagon Alley display, which I'll sort of talk about later, but the biggest appeal and the most exciting thing about this is just all of the Gringotts stuff that they've got. Now, I could very much be clutching at straws here, and at this point, you know, I want to be hopeful, I want to get excited, I want to feel like it's actually going to happen next year. Now, Gringotts, firstly, there is the giant bank building. Now, this is pretty basic, pretty boring. I mean, there's a couple of pieces that sort of look like LEGO elements, but for the most part, it just looks like sort of a building that is just sort of placed there rather than like a brick-built building or something that sort of similarly, I guess, resembles LEGO compared to a lot of the other buildings, I guess, and like structures in this store, which was really interesting, which then leads me to the point about what is definitely my favorite aspect of this store and like all of its displays is the Gringotts dragon. When I saw this image for the first time, I was about to lose my mind. Not only is just like the fact that the Gringotts dragon existing in the London LEGO store, like that concept enough is exciting to me because I really want to go to that LEGO store next year, and I'm very excited to see it in person. But secondly, this dragon, unlike the building, is actually made of bricks, and I find it really, I guess, convenient or suspicious that LEGO would design a brick-built dragon and then build that brick-built dragon and not have a plan to release this dragon in the future. And I say this as I sort of go back to like when I visited the Fifth Avenue store in New York. A lot of the brick-built models that they had on display in that store were things that existed in real life. I mean, there was the giant taxi, which, yeah, technically I guess exists. But then there was things like the Hulk, which is a big fig. You also had the Ghostbusters and the Ghostbusters HQ and all of the Slimers and things like that. Anything, I guess, that was like resembled in LEGO had been something that had been made. And that also holds true to like the rest of the displays in the Leicester Square store. Like there's a model of the James Bond car that just came out with Speed Champions. There's these Diagon Alley buildings and Diagon Alley minifigures, which look amazing, might I add. Not to mention there's also a giant grip hook, which we'll get to that later. And even the Death Eaters and Nagini, like all of these things have appeared in LEGO form, except for this Gringotts dragon. And I mean, at this point, you know, if the LEGO designers have been planning Gringotts, maybe they're at the point where they could have designed the dragon already, but not really finished the building, and they'd have those preliminary designs and would put them in the store because they know that that set's going to come out next year. It's just a theory, but it's an exciting theory, and I really hope that it's true. Now, we know me, I've been very hopeful and, you know, just very excited at the concept and thought and excitement of a giant Gringotts building next year for a very long time. It's something I've spoke about, I have a massive passion and just desire for, and I honestly feel like this is giving me a lot of hope. There are points where I feel like maybe I'm stretching a bit too much, but this, I feel like, just seems like some sort of, I guess, just like tangible evidence. I mean, firstly, we have Gringotts in the advent calendar portrayed, I guess, in the exact version that like I feel like I've spoken about a lot and a lot of other people as well would really like to see, and that is with the bank with the dragon. And now that they've put that exact thing, just again like it is at Universal, inside a Lego store, like I feel like they are very, very aware of what's going on. Now, to go along with this as well, literally the day after I went and visited the Harry Potter studio tour, a large portion of the Harry Potter set design team actually visited, including Justin Ramsden, who did the micro-scale Hogwarts Castle, and George Gillett, who did Grimmauld Place. There was a couple of other designers that are there as well who have worked on a variety of Harry Potter sets, and the fact that they were all there, and to me at least felt like very much we're gathering research, we're gathering references, we're gathering ideas sort of thing. Like, it just makes me think that, you know, with a giant Gringotts display in that set tour with really nice big scale models and white buildings with like very specific measurements and like large scale buildings, not to mention literally the set that you walk through and it's like the interior of Gringotts, like that's a lot of reference material to build a Lego set. I mean, look, there could be a variety of other things they could have been looking at as well, but there definitely is a very large Gringotts display in that set tour, and that is one of the biggest, I think, and most notable things that I guess is missing from the current, at least recent LEGO Harry Potter lineup of sets. But going back to the dragon a little bit, the design of this in like brick built form looks incredible. It's sort of giving like molded head, fabric wings, and then just a lot of really interesting parts in order to make up the dragon. A lot of this as well, just looking at the techniques, seem like these would be realistic things that a sort of brick built dragon would have, sort of comparing it, I guess, to like the Hungarian Horntail builds that we've gotten recently, as well as just some of the older Ninjago dragons even. I mean, at the end of the day, they could have commissioned a Lego set designer to just build this for the sake of displaying it, but considering, I guess, like how prominent this building is in the movie franchise, being in the theme parks, and just overall fan demand as well, like the Lego designers seem to be really cautious and at least aware of what the Lego Harry Potter fans are saying, and I feel like that was very present in this year's summer wave, so I'm hoping that, you know, they are hearing these, I guess, requests and demands almost, and just all of this feedback about what people want. It seems like that is happening, so I'm imagining and hoping that maybe next year we should get something. But it wasn't just the dragon that does appear in the Leicester Square store. There also is a giant brick-built grip hook, which looks really cool and again is used based off existing Lego pieces. But there's also this wall art of like another goblin. And now it was brought to my attention that this head print is actually one that is just like a recolor and redesign of what looks to me at least like a Ninjago head, which is really interesting. I thought it was a brand new design. The headpiece does look a little special, and maybe the torso, like maybe this is again a goblin that is going to be featured in the set, or at least similar to what could be featured in an upcoming Gringotts set. We'll have to wait and see, but there's some really, really cool models in the Leicester Square store in general. I mean, even if this doesn't actually happen and is all just, I guess, a lot of excitement and speculation and, you know, sort of conspiracy theories and all of that, these models still look really cool at the end of the day, and I really want to go and see them in person. This is all theories at the end of the day, and just a lot of excitement, and I just really wanted to share these things as well because, I mean, there's going to be a lot of people who aren't going to be able to go and visit that store, but for everyone who is able to go and visit the Leicester Square store or had been, like, let me know your thoughts on seeing this stuff in real life. How cool is it? And again, thank you so much to everyone who has sent me photos and talked to me about it. Like, it's so amazing to go and see, and I cannot wait to go and visit that store. But let me know your thoughts. Do you think that this Gringotts dragon will actually be a set in the future? Do you think it's just a model? Like, what are your thoughts? What are your theories? What are you thinking? And what are you hoping for? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you guys enjoyed this video and just seeing, I guess, all of these LEGO store models, please give me a big thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel down below because I have some very exciting Harry Potter content coming very soon. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later.